We must unite now. We must have one army. We must have one currency. We must have one foreign policy. We must be united. And I can hear the Osagyefo saying, I do not want to be the leader of that country. I simply want unity. And I'm saying that we must live here with one united government.
Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They play upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us, unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free. We want, therefore, to develop our own community and an African personality. Others may feel that they have evolved the very best way of life, but we are not bound, like slavish imitators, to accept it as our mold. We find the methods used by others are suitable to our social environment, we shall adopt or adapt them. If we find them unsuitable, we shall reject them. Fighters for African freedoms, I appeal to you in the sacred name of Mother Africa to leave this conference resolved to rededicate yourselves to the task of forming among the political parties in your respective countries a broad united front based upon one common fundamental aim and object, the speedy liberation of your territories. Don't let us also forget that colonialism and imperialism may come to us yet in a different guise, not necessarily from Europe. We must alert ourselves to be able to recognize this when it rears its head and prepare ourselves. This mid-20th century is... I am not African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. Action without thought is empty. Thought without action is blind. It is clear that we must find an African solution to our problems, and that this can only be found in African unity. Divided, we are weak. United, Africa will become one of the greatest forces for good in the world. Those who would judge us merely by the heights we have achieved would do well to remember the depths from which we started. Africa is a paradox which illustrates and highlights neo-colonialism. Her earth is rich, yet the products that come from above and below the soil continue to enrich not Africans predominantly, but groups and individuals who operate to Africa's impoverishment. The independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. We have awakened. We will not sleep anymore.
In fact, uniting Africa, I thought it was something that was very huge. I thought it was unattainable. I thought it was unachievable. I thought it was a mirage. But there is a new dawn which is spreading like wildfire. And of course, everybody around the globe has seen that it is never difficult as we thought. It is never difficult because it has been made somebody who knows how to do it. It has become very, very simple. In fact, to the simplest level, because we all thought that it was very difficult. But Captain Ibrahim Traore and his AES group have made it very simple. You know what? Just on April 30th, we saw how the whole world, all Africans in Africa and Africans in the diaspora and everywhere on this globe united behind this man. We said we're going to make a march to support in solidarity of Captain Ibrahim Traore. But when he got there, as if it was not happening, believe you me, the whole world, from the United States to France to UK to wherever, the whole of Europe, everywhere on this globe, they marched. Ghana, everywhere. And it's just so marvelous how this young man has united Africans on the globe. What is left, or what is more to do? What is left to do? One military, one currency, one passport, and then opening this borders that were created by European masters who do not want us to develop like they have developed. Even America fought for their independence from the British. Even America fought for their independence from the British in 1776. The records are there. When they disagreed with the taxes that were imposed upon them by the British and the laws that were imposed upon them, they said enough was enough. And today, here in Africa, we are also saying enough is enough to the whole world, including France, America, and everybody. That it is time for Africa to unite as one people for our own destiny, the economic unification, economic freedom. Everything has to be on point. And Africa, as we know, is blessed with all the resources. When they take our resources, they call it foreign reserves. When they take our gold, they call it foreign reserve. What are we doing? The time is now. The guy has shown us the way that all Africans can unite. Look at the love, look at the support for Captain Ibrahim Traore. They have started. What did he do? They departed from ECOWAS because they realized that we had puppet leaders who are still serving these colonial masters to the fullest. We are leaders in Africa who are serving the colonial masters to the fullest without a blink, whatever they say. Yes, direct hook, line, and sinker. They just swallow everything. But this guy said, no. We have to own up. We have to rise to the occasion. Africa rise to the occasion. And therefore we arose. And we arose with him, Captain Ibrahim Traore. And all leaders in Africa should follow suit. We should follow suit. Get our economic independence. What happens? They come down here. Now, as Kwame Nkrumah said it, neocolonialism through economics. Now we have all these Bretton Woods institutions telling us what to do because they are giving you loans. And where do they get the money to give you the loans? If you go to all the reserves across the Europe, most of the gold, the resources that they are taking them from Africa, oil everywhere. The time is now to unite as Africa. Let's all stand solidly behind Captain Ibrahim Traore and push this agenda to ensure, because if one man together with AES group have been able to unite all Africans in the world, it is possible. It is really possible to unite as one for our economic freedom, and everything else will continue to live as slaves. And then they will continue to describe Africa as poor when indeed they know that our resources is going to them. They will still continue to describe Africa as poor when they know that we are not poor. And our leaders know that Africa is not poor. The time is now to rise and say enough is enough. Kindly subscribe to the channel, This People Plus TV. Share this video, give me a like, and tell me what you also think in the comment section. Thank you.